Hello, everybody. Sue again with the confidence to say no. And I'm talking around the topic of mentally healthy and how we walk around with issues and we're too scared to talk about those issues to other people in case they might judge us. But really, they maybe experience quite similar topics. So anyway, I've got my gorgeous son Tui here, who would really like to talk about the topic of addiction. Now, Tui is probably a rare human being, for a male especially. He's got a lot of insight, and he's got a lot of insight into himself as well. And he's learned a lot from his past. So I'm always grateful to hear what he's got to say about different topics. So welcome to.
Thanks, man.
So what would you like to tell the listeners about addiction?
I mean, from my own personal experience, having addictive personality, I think that what I've been seeing recently is a lot of people who have, say, gotten on hard drugs, say like they got on the meth, and they're still labelling themselves an addict after the fact. So like after they've already given up drugs, they're still saying that they're an addict or a recovering addict. I think like the notion of giving yourself a label like that sort of keeps you stuck in the addiction. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I said, everyone has addictive personalities. Like some people do, some people don't, but I just think to label yourself that, it's like waking up every morning and saying, I don't know, you're starting off on the wrong foot. You know what I mean? It's not waking up in the morning giving yourself a positive reinforcement, like saying, I'm going to have a good day today. Today's my day. You know, God is always with me, or whatever it is.
Or maybe it's just recognising that, because I think people generally do remain addicts, and I suppose it's making a conscious awareness that you are maybe still, possibly addicted. So by saying that to yourself, I'm just like guessing.
Yeah, no. Well, obviously that's the way that things go in the recovery sort of space, isn't it? That's how they sort of label themselves, like I'm an addict or recovering alcoholic or whatever it is.
So what do you think, though?
I don't know. I just think there comes a certain point in your recovery where you're not an addict anymore. It's a decision that you've got to make. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, for example, if I've removed myself from. So when I was on the meth for about 2 years, pretty hard out and selling it and stuff as well, and then coming out of that, it's sort of, because your whole life sort of changes from like working every day and having a normal life and doing stuff like that to like, having a traumatic, say, event happen, and then that gets you sort of down the wrong path of abusing drugs and stuff. When you are in it that deep, your whole life changes. You don't have like normal wake up routine, go to sleep routine, you got work tomorrow sort of thing, it's just like it's insane. So to revert from being in that life, you've got to completely switch your brain around, you know what I mean? Like, and it sounds sort of pathetic because a lot of people don't really have a lot of sympathy for people who've been on drugs and stuff, but it's deeper than that, you know what I mean? It's not just It's not just, I'm going to fucking do drugs, excuse my language. I'm going to do drugs today and every day afterwards just because I want to. For me, it was having traumatic experiences and not dealing with them correctly. And I'm talking about like really traumatic, so to where the point of I probably would have killed myself if I wasn't on drugs. You know? Well, no, just because it was hectic, you know what I mean? It's a lot to handle, especially for someone like me. I'm not going to get into detail about it because everyone's got their own struggles, but that's just where what reflecting on what happened to me. That's what happened. I had multiple very traumatic things happen. I didn't deal with them properly. I just tried to sort of continue on as per normal, and then I slowly sort of just declined, and that went from like a week or two sitting on a couch doing nothing, which is like depression, to getting on drugs, because it's like borrowing happiness, you know what I mean? Like you're sort of miserable when you're sober, you think you can't do life sober, so you do these drugs, whatever it may be, whatever the poison is, and You know, it's like borrowing your happiness, but at the same time, it's like a slow suicide. But anyway, so reverting your life from doing that every day is really hard. And so I've removed myself from any sort of space where I've got any reason to relapse or you know any temptation that's there. Like a mate called me up the other week and. No ill intentions of what he was saying at all, but as someone who's come off the drugs and still has like temptation, because you always sort of do. Like,
absolutely. So it's an addiction.
Yeah, I was in bed and he called me and he's like, "Bro, you want to come over, catch up?" Like my mate found a bag of meth on the ground like the other day. Fuck's sake! So I just said, "Nah, man, I'm cool," you know, and I fucking went to sleep because I know now that that decision to get on is going to cost me like 2 weeks.
Yes, yeah.
It'll be fun for 4 days or whatever the fuck it is, and
Yeah.
I'll do all this dumb shit. I'll spend all this money. I'll hang out with fucking whoever. You know, just do it. Like there's been times where I've been in a space where, like a crack house, you know what I mean, and I've sort of just come to realization, what the fuck am I doing here? You know, like this is insane. But you know, you stay there anyway and you do your thing. But yeah, so what I was trying to say was it's removing yourself. Like for me, I remove myself from. I don't talk to them people anymore. It is quite a lonely journey. Like when you're sort of, as I was saying, you're flipping your life. So you've gone from hanging out with these people every day that you think are your friends, and they might be your friends. You might actually love them or whatever it is, but they're not. You know, where they are in their life right now is not helping you out.
Yeah.
And you're not helping them out. You know, I've got friends that I love that I've the whole time we've known each other, we've been addicted together, and I still love them, but I don't really see him anymore at the moment because myself, I know that if I go there and he's got a bag now, I'm going to get on it 100%. So I don't. It's boring as fuck. You got to fill your time with a lot of things, and that's what I've sort of learned from you and your siblings. You know, like you and even Poppy and that. Like you fill your time with all these things, which is good things. You know, like rugby, swimming, whatever it is, dragon boating, tennis, golf, all this stuff. But you don't. So you got no time to sit there and go fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know that. I totally
Which is good.
I totally agree.
And I'm trying to get into that.
But also though, Dale, you've got a very charismatic personality. I mean, if I speak to anybody about you, just the word "tui," their faces light up. And everyone that I know, that I speak to about or mention you, they have all these positive things to say. And I don't think all meth addicts have charismatic personalities.
No.
But you have, and unfortunately, because you're such a soft, kind-hearted person, you get bloody taken for a ride. But just slightly off that, are you addicted to anything else? When we're talking about addiction... Yeah. Are you addicted to anything else?
Nicotine.
No, not necessarily drugs.
No, nicotine.
Yeah.
Nicotine. And then there was a stage there when I was in my early 20s, I was addicted to porn.
Yeah. Oh, that's probably...
It was an issue.
Yeah, and
it was an issue. Looking back on it now, like I've been 32, like I'm not that...
Yeah.
I was a kid, you know what I mean? But...
Yeah, I know. I can remember when you were younger.
When it starts to affect your relationships, that's when you've got to sort of have a look at yourself, you know. But it was just it's testosterone. It's a lot of things.
I think it's really common. But I can remember I got this guy in the picture, you know, laptop. I don't know how old you were, 13 or 14 or something. I don't know. And he came out and he said to me, "Oh, look, I have to tell you something. You know, you might be a bit shocked by this, but your son's got a whole lot of pornography." Of course, I'm teaching sexual health. I've got a postgraduate degree in sexology. Yeah. So I'm going, oh, no, it's okay. That's what all guys do, don't they? That's just normal.
No, I won't mention any names, but they got caught in primary school. They got banned from the computer in primary school. That is insane.
But it's common.
Man. It's like when Banny, your mother, my grandmother, used to say about one of my cousins. I won't mention this name either, but she'd say, "Oh, he takes the longest showers." What do you think he's doing in there?
A mum.
She had no idea. She wouldn't have no idea.
No.
She used to say that. I won't say his name.
No.
He knows who he is.
Don't say his name. Yeah, so porn, drugs, anything else?
Nicotine.
Like exercise? Oh, nicotine, yeah.
Oh man, there was a time when there was a time when I would have been addicted to exercise, but that was I was insecure about my body.
Oh,
I had really bad.
Was that when you were a young teenager?
When I was probably like 19 to
19.
25, maybe.
Were you playing rugby though?
Yeah, I was playing
Okay.
first grade.
So why did you have body issues? You weren't fat, were you?
I don't know. I was very insecure, and I used to compare myself to everyone.
Oh.
And that's why I used to go to the gym all the time.
And did it work?
Because no. I mean, no, I probably was fit, but I was miserable in my head.
Oh, you poor darling.
No, it's just the way it was. That's the way that my head worked, you know. But I don't think like that anymore.
Okay, good.
That's probably why I'm so relaxed, you know what I mean? But I've started slowly coming back. But no, I'm not. I'm definitely addicted to nicotine.
So are you going to do? Because that's like.
It's really hard to.
I think of Auntie Wendy.
Yeah, it's bad.
You know, I think of the people from down at the rugby club that died.
Yeah, I know, but there's
from lung cancer. I know.
There's also a lot of people like
what
that don't, you know.
Yeah, it's genetic, darling. Sorry, I think your grandmother on dad's side died of lung cancer. Anyway, I'm not meaning to give you a lecture. Whatever you do.
No. I'm slowly.
So you know.
Slowly.
So okay. What would you like if there's any good advice that you can think of? What could you tell the listeners about addiction and how to overcome it, particularly meth, because it's expensive apart from anything else?
I mean, anyone that's abusing a substance, and I mean abusing, like, so people can definitely do recreational drugs and stuff on the weekends and not have a problem, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people that'll do that. There's a lot of people like that. But when it becomes a weekday thing, not a weekend thing, when it becomes a weekday thing and everyday thing, that's when you've got issues. But my biggest advice, and it's probably the hardest, but and even being in that position myself and being told to get help, it's really hard, but you've got to open up and talk to someone. And that's hard. Like, even me saying that, I know it's hard, because I know it's hard. I know how hard it is to find someone to talk to. It took me six weeks, I remember, one time.
And to find the right
to even find the one person that I needed to talk to took me 6 weeks, and it cost me $900. But
and it was worth it.
To get a diagnosis was good.
Okay.
That helped. But no, what helped me? Like, I did it the hard way. I took the hard route and sort of blamed everyone else.
Yeah.
And not myself.
Yeah.
I didn't look in the mirror and go like, all of this shit is because of me.
Yeah. Okay.
It's because of myself, my actions, my problems, and the things that things that, you know, it's pointing the finger and making excuses. At the end of the day, you're in control of your life, and you're in control of your actions. You're in control of the way that you feel about things when people say things to you, or when you get triggered. You know what I mean? You are in control. And I heard this saying once that it's like, it's your burden as a child, but it's your responsibility as an adult.
Oh, wow.
And that, like, is something I think about all the time. You know, like, it's your burden as a child to go through whatever the hell it is. Again, and there's, you know, people have gone through so much worse things than you could even imagine.
Yes.
And they don't, you know what I mean? You would never think, seeing them in the street, you would never think that they would have ever gone through that. But then you got people that have gone through something like, you know, similar or way less, who take it out on everyone else and who are just pieces of shit because they're weak and they can't, you know, look at themselves in the mirror and go like, this life, man. Life is hard, but it's beautiful at the same time. It doesn't get easier, you just get stronger. All the weight that you're carrying, your back just gets stronger. Your legs get stronger.
Well, yours does. And I think also with you, and I think it's a rarity, is that you've got really good insight. A lot of people do not have insight. And if you think of your, you know, relationships that you've had, that person, the other person hasn't got insight. You've got insight.
Yeah, no.
So the insight if you can get your whole head around the insight thing,
It's hard, man.
yes, I'm sure it is.
It's
I've got
so hard.
no doubts about
You've got
that.
to, honestly, you've got to, like Mum said, you've got to have insight. You've got to look at yourself and say, like, I am an addict. Like, I do have a problem. Whatever it is. Because a lot of the time, people would never admit it. I'd never admit it.
Yeah.
I was on for 2 years. I used to get on every day. And I would say, no, I'm not a junkie. I'm not an addict, but I was. And then from there, you can slowly, if you want to change, if you, honestly, like, if anyone, like I said, if anyone's abusing drugs, your life is not good. You're not happy, man.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that you are, because you're not. And you can't tell me that you're functioning from it either, because I know that you're not. I thought that I was functioning because I had a job, but I hardly work, you know, and I was a security guard, so, you know, and I shouldn't really be saying this, but I'll be honest, you know what I mean? Like, so it takes some looking in the mirror, looking at yourself. But that's if you want to change. If your life is hard, if you're struggling, it's time to look at yourself in the mirror.
So how do you see your future?
I see it being good.
Good.
You've got to, and that's another thing, eh? You've got to, I always knew that I would be good. There was a point there where it's sort of, I don't know, 2 years is a long time.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a long time. And I know people that have been addicted for 10, 20, 30. But 2 years is a long ass time. And it just flies by when you're doing that shit. And there's a lot of, but there's one thing that I've always, I don't even know, I have to force myself to feel this way, but I don't regret anything.
Oh, good.
I have no regrets.
Good. That's fantastic,
anything.
darling.
I know, I don't.
Fuck, some people live boring.
Yeah, I know, but if
lives.
you exactly.
Jesus.
Exactly.
Like,
I don't regret
good.
nothing, man.
No,
nothing
good,
I regret.
Good boy, because you've got a lot of stuff to share.
Yeah.
I actually think you actually need to get into the mental health arena, because, you know, you're an alpha male for a start off, and you've been there, done that, and I think you'd be, you know, a great advocate, spokesman, you know, whatever for that arena. But you deserve an amazing future, darling. I'm sure you will have an amazing future.
Plus, you got to. That's another thing. You've got to visualize it, what you want.
Yeah.
You know, and it's hard because you forget about it and stuff like that. But
And be grateful.
oh man,
be grateful every day.
Yeah.
You know,
every day.
just in positive. You know.
Yeah. I don't have any time to be angry or upset about anything.
No.
So, and if people aren't matching my energy, or just, you know, like if I'm in a space where I don't feel comfortable, or it's like sucking my energy, or I'm just around people that I don't like I'll just leave.
Yeah, good.
There's no time, you know, life's too short, man. Even if you get to spend time in your room just watching TV, like after you've gone to the gym or whatever, you know, like that's what I do.
Yeah.
I don't hang out with anyone.
Yeah.
But I'm slowly, you know, like I'm going to probably go play golf with my cousin.
Are you?
Yeah, we go to X-Golf, right? But then, you know,
Where you
like
go?
X-Golf.
Where's that?
Morley.
Oh, good boy. That's fantastic.
Yeah, or, you know, like go to the movies. I've been doing a lot of things by myself. And when I get paid next, I'm just going to go on a holiday again by myself.
Actually, you can play golf by yourself. I love playing golf by myself, actually.
Yeah, I don't know if you do that,
no one else to watch how useless you are.
Yeah.
Sometimes good. But let me know how you go, what your meterage is on your hits and all the rest of it. Oh, well, darling, thank you so much.
Okay.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
sure how this podcast will work, because it's my first one on my laptop, and I'm not sure about... I love the background, but I don't like what it's doing to both of our heads. So I will catch you next time, darling, with another topic.
Thanks, man.
Okay, ka kite, everybody.